And we're streaming live now.
Okay, great. So I'm good to go then. Okay, well, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. So good evening and welcome to the Ottawa Catholic School Board's first ever live stream kindergarten information night. My name is Shelley Montgomery, and I'm a superintendent of education at the Ottawa Catholic School Board. And tuned in tonight watching is also our Director of Education, Tom D'Amico. So at this point, we will share our slide deck so we can start with the land acknowledgement. As we get started, we want to respectfully acknowledge that we are located on the ancestral, traditional, and unceded Indigenous territory of the Algonquin peoples, on whose territory we pray, learn, play, and work. We are really excited to welcome your child to school in the fall and understand you have lots of questions, and we are here to help you tonight. All of our schools throughout the city, whether in person or virtual, are staffed with caring and supportive educators and staff who are going to be there with you and your child as you embark on this exciting journey together. In fact, you will be meeting a few of these friendly faces tonight. Over the last few weeks, we've been collecting questions from parents throughout Ottawa, and tonight we're going to answer the top 10 questions, common questions we've been hearing. So if your question doesn't get answered tonight, don't fret. We will be posting the answers to all of your questions on our website on our Kindergarten Frequently Asked Questions page. So at this point, let's get started. So to answer our first question tonight, I'd like to welcome Marcia Lynch, who is the principal at St. Luke's, Ottawa. So on to you, Marcia.
Thanks, Shelley. Hello, everyone. Our first question is one that I've heard many parents ask over the years. How is faith incorporated into the classroom? Do we have to be Catholic? At the Ottawa Catholic School Board, we welcome all students of faith, as long as we have space in our schools. And the good news is right now we have space at all of our schools. So no, you don't need to be Catholic to be part of the community. We are a Catholic school board though, so your child will be invited to pray, sing songs, make crafts, and talk about God. You can visit our website to learn more about our board's spiritual theme, gratitude rooted in joy, fills us with hope. It's based on a passage from the Bible that will direct our spiritual focus for 3 years. And next year, we'll be focusing on joy. To answer our next question, I'd like to invite Margarita Zeraldo, principal of St. Martin de Porres School.
Thanks, Marcia. Our next question is one that has been on the minds of many parents in our community. What considerations are made for COVID in the classroom? Are these expected to change in the fall? Throughout the pandemic, we have worked with Ottawa Public Health to ensure our classrooms are safe and welcoming environments. While we don't know the details of what the pandemic will look like in the fall, we do know that we will continue to ensure your child is safe if you choose to send them for in-person kindergarten, which I hope you do because it's a lot of fun. Since the pandemic began, we've been doing everything possible to keep COVID-19 transmission low in our school communities without sacrificing the fun and the magic kindergarten experience. We kept on top of enhanced cleaning practices, daily COVID screenings of students and staff, masking, and social distancing. But the smiles from kinder classes throughout our schools have continued to shine. Have a look through a few Friday Feeling posts on our board website to see what I'm talking about. Now, I will also mention that as a school principal, I know firsthand that every family has a different comfort levels when it comes to COVID protocols. So we encourage you to make the decisions that are right for your family. Know that our kindergarten program is designed to provide maximum flexibility when it comes to accommodating the needs of families. We know there are tremendous benefits to children's overall health and wellness when children are in school. So if you want your child to attend kindergarten only in the afternoons or 4 days a week instead of the usual 5, we will respect and honor that. We also have a permanent virtual school called Blessed Carlo, where you can enroll your child if that's an option more in line with your family needs. Speaking of virtual school, it's time for our next question. Let's hear from the Vice Principal of Blessed Carlo Virtual School, Maria Stafranchi Dupont, for the next question.
Thank you very much, Margarita. And good evening, everyone. Here is our next question. I'm still on the fence about whether or not I'm going to send my child to school in the fall. Should I register now or just wait until September? This is a great question. We know this pandemic has been a really challenging time for families, and making plans or decisions for a few weeks or months down the road can be difficult because nobody can be certain as to what the future holds. So from a school perspective, here's what we do know. Our staff and schools have been incredible throughout the pandemic and have continually adapted and pivoted as every proverbial curveball gets thrown at them. In person or online, they step up to the challenge. Our staff's professionalism, care, and innovative teaching have not wavered, and we don't expect this to change. So if you're still not 100% sure if your family is ready for school in the fall, but you're strongly considering it, we highly recommend that you reach out to your school and speak with someone about your concerns. In most cases, we would recommend you register your child for school because it will help us plan for September by ensuring that we have a trained teacher in place to teach your child. We've also found that registering now helps families in the transition as they get ready for school. Parents and little ones can talk about what school might look like in the fall and use the time leading up to September to get excited and frame this experience with positivity and excitement. Plus, we'll send your child a really fun welcome to kindergarten package in the mail. So it's time for our next question. I'd like to invite Kim Lassell, our board's Elementary Student Success Coordinator, to answer that question. Kim?
Thank you, Maria. Those kindergarten packages are a lot of fun. Our next question is one that has popped up a lot with parents. How much French is taught in kindergarten, and does it matter if we don't speak French at home? I have some good news. You don't have to speak French to support your child in French immersion. Over the years, we've seen many thriving French immersion students with parents who do not speak French. At the Ottawa Catholic School Board in kindergarten, we offer 50% French instruction, and that can be either half days or one full day on, one full day off. So your child will receive a wonderful exposure to the French language and have fun while they do it. All of our kindergarten classes are a mix of year 1, which are junior kindergarten students, and year 2, senior kindergarten students. So your child will have a blast discovering new words and sound in French as they read stories, sing songs together, and interact with their new friends in class. So that is what happens in kindergarten. From grades 1 to 3, your child will receive 25% French instruction. And then in grade 4, you can decide if your child will continue on the immersion pathway or follow the extended French pathway. What's great about our program is we offer the same French programs at every single school. So regardless of the French pathway your family chooses, your child gets to stay at the same school with their friends. We have a lot more information about the benefits to our approach to French and our frequently asked questions on our board website. So if I didn't cover everything you want to know, be sure to check that out after the webinar. Now, I'd like to invite Holly Overhoff to answer our next question. She's our Manager of Early Learning Services. Holly?
Thanks, Kim. Our next question from a parent is related to childcare. The question is, do all your schools have before and after school programs? Where can I learn more? All but 4 of our schools have before and after school programs. These are offered either through the extended day program, which is operated by the school board, or through a licensed childcare center that operates on school property. It's important to know which type of program is offered at your school because the registration process is different for each. To find more information about this, you can visit the childcare page on the board website, which is ocsb.ca/childcare. Please note, for this purpose, childcare is one word with no spaces. Or you can see the Discover Our School page on your school website. All the childcare programs operating out of our schools offer indoor and outdoor structured activities and free play that is supervised by certified educators. So that means your child will get to participate in fun things like art, drama, and science activities. The kids love it. You can register your child for 2 to 5 days a week of programming for the mornings, afternoons, or both. Some locations also operate on PD days and March break. If you have more questions I didn't cover related to before and after school programs, be sure to check out the frequently asked questions post on our website after this webinar. Now it's time for our next question. Join me in welcoming Erin Ladisser, the chair of our Catholic School Parents Association, also known as CSPA.
Thanks, Holly. Our next question is, do I have to sign up for the school bus? How do we know if we qualify for transportation? Well, all yellow school bus transportation is operated by the Ottawa Student Transportation Authority, also known as OSTA. If you're registered for school, OSTA will automatically have the information they need if you qualify for transportation, so there is no need to sign up separately for the school bus. Eligibility for the school bus depends on the distance from your home to the school. All of the details are on OSTA's frequently asked questions page on their website at www.ottawaschoolbus.ca. You can also explore their website for information about OSTA's parent portal to get information on your child's bus stop and to get updates on school bus safety leading up to school. Great question. Okay, time for another one. I'd like to invite the kindergarten team from St. Martin de Porres School to come and answer your next one.
Thank you, Erin. The next question is a big one, so that's why we have our whole team here to help. I'm Jennifer Pignat. I'm the early childhood educator at St. Martin de Porres. The question is, what is a typical day like for in-person kindergarten students? So every school might differ slightly, but this is going to give you a general idea of what your child's day might look like. I'll get started by covering the morning. After your child arrives at school, the morning begins with school-wide announcements, O Canada, a morning prayer, and an Indigenous land acknowledgement. This is followed by both guided and child-led play or small group learning activities, or a combination of all of them. Your child would then have outdoor recess, followed by lunch, read aloud time, and then a quiet time. The rest of the afternoon is filled with more play-based learning activities. Then it's time for the students to tidy up and pack up their bags to go home. The day goes by pretty fast. Lots of parents get a fuzzy look on their face when we say play-based learning. So let me take a moment to explain what we mean. We use this approach to develop the students' knowledge and understanding by extending their natural curiosity and interests. For example, if a group of students is interested in dinosaurs, we're going to take that and we're going to incorporate that into our curriculum and into our classroom. So we will be building on that by providing extra materials such as books, games, maybe some dinosaurs, maybe the sand and the water table might incorporate some fossils. Everything that's going to make your child have fun and interested in learning in a context that is naturally interesting for them. Another example could be when students decide to play restaurant. They might create menus, receipts, set tables, recipes, count out items, invite friends, etc. And we're providing the materials to help them do that. They're developing their literacy and their numeracy skills through their play. We're watching the students at their work and guiding them with questions to encourage their curiosity and inspire them to explore further and deeper. We've also had a lot of questions about napping, eating, and toileting. So we're going to tackle those too. Jose?
Jose, you're on mute.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. So I will talk about napping first. Napping is typically referred to as quiet time in kindergarten because not every child naps. Those who do nap will be given a secluded area in the classroom where they can sleep. Those who don't will learn to take a deep breath, relax their body, quiet their body. Quiet time is available in every kindergarten class and it lasts about 30 to 40 minutes. Now I want to move on to eating. So for eating, during lunch, all children sit at the same time and enjoy lunch together. Snack time is a little bit different. For snack time, children are invited to use a snack table inside the classroom when they are hungry. Those tables are available during playtime in the morning and the afternoon. So for most of the day, your child can stop and have a snack. This being said, at the beginning of the school year, the educators will give reminders to children that the snack table is available. We will give warnings before tidy up time, before it is time for the snack table to close. So every child that is hungry will get an opportunity to eat. Now, many parents notice at the beginning of the school year that their child might eat a little bit less at school than they typically would at home. And that is completely normal. We see that often. And that's often because children are busy learning, playing, interacting with others. And typically, those get resolved early in mid-October. Children get into the routines and they eat their normal amounts. I would like to pass it on to my colleague, Erin Hagan, to talk about toileting.
Thanks, Jose. I get to talk about toileting. First, I want to reassure all of you that having an accident in kindergarten is very common, especially at the beginning of the year. Our educators are skilled at ensuring that your child has their dignity, and that is the most important thing. We encourage you to send a change of clothes, including underwear and socks, to keep at the school, just in case your little one has an accident. To help prevent accidents, there are natural times throughout our day, such as when we're transitioning from an activity into a new activity, when we will remind students to use the washroom if they need to. We'll also provide opportunities throughout the day. If we see one of our little friends dancing around and or squirming, we'll say, go to the bathroom, it's okay. We don't physically assist a child with washroom routines, but if a child needs assistance or has an accident, we will verbally walk your child through the steps to wipe and to change if necessary. We will support them as best we can in that regard and make sure that they're feeling confident in what they're doing. Kindergarten pro tip, dress your child in clothes that they can manage on their own. Or better yet, encourage your child to get dressed themselves. This will help you, when you're watching them do it, to look for any challenging buttons, zippers, snaps, and it will allow your child to practice before starting in September. Okay, so that covers some of the big topics for in-person kindergarten. But we had tons more related to a typical day in any kindergarten classroom. Check out the frequently asked questions document on our website for more information. Now, let's turn things over to some virtual kindergarten educators.
Thank you, ladies. Our next question builds off your question beautifully. What is a typical day like for kindergarten virtual students? At Blessed Carlo Virtual Elementary School, the day is made up of learning time connected with class, independent activities, and wellness breaks. Our virtual kindergarten experience is very flexible, and we work with parents to tailor the amount of screen time in their child as they are in kindergarten. Your child may have some on-screen learning time, no screen learning activities, and much like they would in a traditional classroom, they will have many opportunities for play-based learning. Much like the in-person kindergarten experience, our virtual kinders start their day greeted by their teachers and their peers online through songs and games. We often hear from parents that they are worried that virtual kindergarten means your child will not get to play. This is most definitely not the case. Our educators have our students engaged in everything from pretending to bake to building skyscrapers out of Lego or toilet paper holders, whatever you have at home. It is really fun, engaging, and interactive alternative to the in-person experience. We also understand the importance of structure for your little one. We make it a point of incorporating fun into your child's schedule. Virtual students celebrate birthdays, cultural and spirit day events with their classmates. Check out our frequently asked questions on our website for sample schedules of what a typical virtual and in-person kindergarten day looks like. Okay, time to move on to question number 9. Let's welcome the kindergarten team from St. Luke, Ottawa.
Thank you, Andrea. Our next question is, what should I be doing to help my child get ready for school in September? There are a few things you can do to get ready as a family for the school in fall. But the most important one is have fun and frame the experience with positive attitude and excitement. We have a lot of practical tips on our website you can check out with things to encourage independence, like practicing opening and closing snack containers and encouraging your child to dress themselves, like we had mentioned before. Now I'll pass it on to my colleague, Lucienne. Well, Lucienne, you're on mute.
So if you registered your child for school, your child will receive a welcome to kindergarten package in the mail with a fun activity booklet and other goodies to get in the ready for big kids school spirit. We've also included a package of self-laminating labels because you'll soon discover how important it is to label everything.
You will also want to stay tuned for our Welcome to Kindergarten information nights at your local school in the spring. These are really great opportunities to get to put some faces to names and to start to get to know the welcoming staff at your OCSB school. It's time for our final question. Let's hear from Stephanie McIntyre, our school board's lead early childhood educator.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Our final question is all about that first week of school. I've heard kindergarten kids don't always start on the first day of school. What will the first week of school look like? Well, it's true. This process is always a little different at every school, so your school will explain how they do it. But here's a general overview of what typically happens. After the summer, when your school office reopens at the end of August, you'll be contacted with information about a kindergarten orientation meeting and your child's start date. To help your child transition to big kids school, we normally do a staggered or gradual entry for kindergarten students. What that means is we split the class up and start students off on different days throughout the first week of school. All new kindergarten students and their parents will have a one-on-one orientation meeting where you can meet the educators, see their classroom, and have a little visit. And there you have it. We've covered the top 10 most popular questions from the parents tonight, but make sure you check out our frequently asked questions page on the website for the answers to questions we weren't able to cover tonight. To wrap this evening up, I'd like to invite Superintendent Shelley Montgomery back to say a few closing words. Shelley?
Thank you, Stephanie. What some amazing information that you've all provided tonight. And thank you so much to all of you for taking the time to join us this evening. As a few of our team members mentioned, please visit our website often. We will continue to update our FAQs to keep answering your questions. The frequently asked questions document should be on our website right now, so it's been posted this evening. If attending this webinar prompted more questions in your mind, you can fill out the Google form on our website and we'll get you the answers. I know that sending your child to school is a big first step. I have had 3 kids of my own, and I understand that feeling, but we are here to help you and guide you along the way. If you haven't already registered your child for school, please visit our website and complete the online registration form. Once you register your little one for kindergarten, you will receive a child-friendly welcome package, readiness emails, blogs, and updates available in numerous languages. We will keep you informed until your child starts on day 1. We are also planning kindergarten open houses in the spring, and we look forward to meeting you face-to-face. In the meantime, you can take a 3D tour of your child's kindergarten classroom from the comfort of your couch. No snowsuits involved, which is a big deal, we know, at this age. So links are available on our website. I would like to sincerely thank our team here tonight who presented all of this amazing information to you. As you can see, they are passionate educators, and they were excited to take an evening out of their personal time to share this information with you. I would also like to thank our communications team and our LT team for ensuring tonight ran smoothly. Finally, it is our privilege to partner with you to ensure a successful kindergarten year and a positive beginning to your child's school experience. So at this time, I'd like to wish you all a good night and take care, and continue to ask us questions because we're happy to answer. So hopefully we welcome you to the Ottawa Catholic School Board and enjoy your evening.